Oh, hi guys, and welcome back. 'Tis the season to be planning. So it's been a long time, and I've finally figured out what planner I want to use for 2025. It's really been a struggle this year. I've tried, I guess is the best word of putting it. I've tried several different planners in the last month just to see which one's vibing with me. I was using the Passion Planner dailies last year, which is why we haven't had so many like plan with me's and that. They are really difficult for me to do a plan with me just because I tend to just go through the day um like as it is, so there's not really too much like pre-planning with it. It's more or less like something that I do um as it's going on. So not really that much oh, this was a great day. um it's not really that much of like pre-planning where it's something that I could film and share. It's more or less something that I would create and plan my day with, and then I would share over Instagram. But it just, I'm gonna say from like October on, it, like, don't get me wrong, I did use the daily planner to keep my days structured in that, but I just found myself not creating that much in it. It was more functional, and that's not really that Instagram shareable. Did it keep me sane through those months? Yes. But like, for the whole creator part of me, it it just fell short there. It just got to be a little too much. So I really do think I'm going back to the weekly planning part. Let's see here. These are stickers that I'm going to be using today. These are my notes. But I do want to share the process of how I did get here. So, of course, like I showed you the actual daily planner that I was using. So then I was like, well, I got all of these old planners that I have that I purchased because I liked how they looked, but then I never really used them. So maybe I can repurpose this, give it some life this year. And I mean, who doesn't love the modern meow? I mean, once I saw it, I had to get it. It was just adorable. So let's see here. These are pages that we're going to be getting into. But I mean, we can see like I did start using it. And this is the year that I got really sick. So, like, we can see, like, this is some of the stuff that I used to do, guys. Um, I was real big into memory planning. So this is where like all my journaling went to, but we could see it went to the Passion Planner Daily now. So I kind of feel like I want to get back to like this type of stuff. So, I mean, they're really fun. They're really fun. So we can see this. This is where I really just started like not feeling it, guys. I got, like I said, really sick. We can see the big difference just from these ones compared to the ones in January, and it really did take its toll on my health. So I want to use this planner just because, I mean, it's adorable, guys. And it's been a long time since I've been in a classic size planner. But one of my original thoughts was, well, since I'm using the daily, I'll just use their free PDFs. I'll just classic size it. And what I was going to do is I was just going to trim all the pages, which it's a lot of effort, guys. But I think I found a hack around it. But I was just going to make classic size pages and then just keep my daily in here. Is it a little bit smaller than what the original was? Is, yeah, it's just, I mean, that would be like real tiny writing. That was the one thing that I didn't like. Um, Another thing about it, though, that I did like is that I was starting to have a hard time trying to figure out, like, what am I doing with this page? So it was less space. Um, but I mean, it would have been like real tiny writing at that point in time. So, so I scratched this idea because then I tried. I was like, okay, well, maybe if I make one page this, one page that, but then I got like large writing area now, and I was just like, no, no, okay. So the daily got to be a little too extreme. So then I was like, okay, I'll go back to the weekly. And we can see that, I did start printing them off. And I was like, okay, like this. I'm not really a classic size person. I am a big planner person. But like I said, I really do need to use this. And I started printing it out, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I mean, I'm definitely going to have to white a lot of this out. But this format here, this is kind of working with me. They do have the roadmap pages in that, which, let's see here. Okay, so Shojin's that. So then I was like, okay, I'll um I'll try the digital version. Which, okay, it is really cool. I do like um the pages in that, and I do like the fact that I could click on a lot of these things and it takes me to those. So I am trying my best to learn this. The thing that I don't like about this is it's not as customizable as I thought it would be. And I thought that I would be able to like use these things, like create them on here and then print them out. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not familiar with Apple and like GoodNotes and that, but it's really slow and tedious, and I'm not getting the same vibe. Like we could see, I tried. I tried setting it up on here, and like you don't get the feel that you get with the paper. I guess I am a paper person, but like I said, I am trying with this. So maybe this is where I could like jot down my notes or something before I go to make a like a layout. But if you are interested in the digital versions, um, this is where I want to show you that it's really cool. Okay, so like you would, there is an index page that you could go to with this too, but like you could literally just tap on any month and it brings you to this. And then let's say that I'm working on here and I'm like, oh, gotta go back to work on the second. So you would just tap on that day, it brings you to that daily page. um it also gives you the weekly version of it, and everything seems to be like super hyperlinked. So like I can teeter totter back between the days, the month, and the week. And like when you do write on here, you can copy and paste so that you're not writing things over and over again. They do give you, you have your January goal setting. As you can see, like I am not, I am not the best person to show this version here because I am just a beginner when it comes to the digital. Let's see here. So we have January goal setting. Okay. And then you have your January wellness. And then you have a January reflection. Of course, you have all your intro pages with the roadmaps and that. You have quarterly overviews. So this is where you can see all your calendars at one glance. Um, Quarterly habit practices. So they give you a place to put in all of your habits and you can check them off. Let's see here. So those are the goals, the wellness, and the reflections that I just showed you. They have templates. So if you want to be more productive here, they have inspiration, scrapbooks, book trackers, which I do use their book tracker. We're gonna see. I tried printing this out in a classic size. It did not go well. So a lot of what I would have used in last year's planner, I can't use just because I am doing a classic size versus a full size. Um, what else do they got? They got Eisenhower matrices, which I do love using these. So I am going to use this a lot just to help me plan better, stay more organized. But I am going to have to, redo it on paper. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff on here, guys. Let's see here. You could do financial goals. They have budget trackers, finance trackers, savings trackers, wish list, notes. So, yeah, see, this is me learning how to work. Trying to write on this thing. You got line paper, paper with, I forget what I think this is Cornell. So there's a lot packed into this. So I'm not like fully disappointed in the digital version. It's just, it's not for me personally, just because I'm not that like tech savvy, I guess. I'm basically like an idiot when it comes to that. So yeah, we've went back to the paper here. So that's it for my explanation as to how we got here. So what I want to do is, I was using the Hemlock and Oak version last year. I do absolutely love their planner. And again, if you haven't seen the flip through, this is their Hemlock and Oak Weekly, which I do use for my budget, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's simple. It's very clean looking. I do have a flip through. I probably am going to add a card to this, but it's a very super clean week. But this is for my budget, so I can't use it. So, I want to incorporate some of that into this year's planner, but since Passion Planner doesn't really have an introspection page, and it is really difficult to take their templates and put it in this size, because there's like weird writing off to the side, and to me it would just be a headache. So this is the best that I could do, and it like cut half of the page off. So I was like, well, guess I'm writing that out this year, but that's fine, because I mean, I got dot grid. So a lot of the printables that I would have used from them, because, we're not doing a full-size planner this year. I think this is why I like the full-size planners. So, yeah, see, like we could see with the Hemlock and Oak, they have a full reflection page, the introspection. So this is what I'm getting into. We're gonna make this today. We are gonna make a road map, which I guess that's back to Passion Planner here. So it's gonna be a lot, guys. It's gonna be a lot. Where is the road map? So yeah, they do one of these, and I do modify mine, but since we're actually doing a yearly planner, we're actually gonna try to stay close to what they got. But I didn't want all of this. I don't need all of the explanations anymore. So I just chose dot grid paper for that too. I mean, I pretty much know the setup at this point in time. And then a vision board. But again, I'm going to change mine up a little bit. Just because, guys, it's what I do. So yeah, it's the whole introspection page. Basically, it's your ideal life. Just imagining the things that are the most important to you, and it's basically like the foundation of what your goals should be. A lot of the times, some of the goals that we pick are because what society deems that we should be doing, where I'd rather work towards stuff that's actually important to me because, you know, passion fuels purpose or purpose fuels, what is it? I don't remember. I think they fuel each other. So, yeah. Can you tell I'm ready for winter break? So, I know I'm going to be working on this. And basically, guys, you're going to build the planner with me. So, I'm going to take a quick water break. This is the other reason why I love disc bound planners, because you know you can just take the page out as needed. And we're going to, like I said, take a quick break, and then we're going to get started on this introspection page. Alrighty, guys, let's get to making this introspection here. So, I got my cover sheet. It just helps with the sticker placement. Of course, I got stickers. I got my HP sprocket. That's how I come up with these little photo stickers. I really love using the HP sprocket. It's really helpful for adding photos to your planners and that. If you're a memory keeper, it's seriously like a must-have. So let's get these things organized here. So I know I want this to be the central focus of my page. It's live what you love. Yes, I'm still using stickers from 2016. Gotta try to use them up. Okay, so I want to use Modern Meow just because that is the planner, and I do really like the quotes from the Find Your Balance. So let's see here. This one, I really like this quote. Some things are worth fighting for, and like I know I saw it somewhere else in this book. I don't really want the square or the rectangle shaped sticker. I want like clear quotes. Then that way, if I need the writing to go over the photos, I can do it. So there we go. There's the one I was looking for. I don't know how I feel about having the one word highlighted, but I think this is what we're gonna have to go with here. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna be coming back to some of these too. I am not a structured planner, guys. I am definitely like a planning mess. It's like sheer chaos as we go through this. So let's see here. The things that are worth fighting for right here. So that would be like my family time and that. Um, I do struggle with, you know, because I mean, I procrastinate. I procrastinate a lot. So I guess that's one of the ways of saying, like, hey, get your tasks done so that we could, like, have fun things, you know? And enjoy life a little bit. Okay, so I do like this one. I think this is good for the self-care. And yeah, I'm noticing like where is I do have a screenshot of a woman's back, and it is seriously like my fitness goals. Um yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to take a break here and reprint that. Okay, so I could have swore that I printed that off earlier, but I guess I didn't. So, but I mean, like, that's how quick it is to print something off with the HP sprocket. It's just really quick and simple. So I did get my picture of the, like, perfect back. That is my fitness goals. I'm very close. I'm so close. Definitely from like 2022, like the year that we saw in that planner, where my body just completely detonated. So let's see here. I got my quotes. I think these are good enough just to add a little bit of extra finesse to the page. It's just, I don't know, it's more eye appealing to me. And let's see here. I do want to incorporate some of the cats and like fun doodles that the Modern Meow sticker book has. Um, just it again, guys. I'm trying to use up my stickers. I just like things to look a little bit more appealing to the eye. So I think I have these categorized and situated enough. And let's go ahead. And again, I apologize if I'm out of frame. I'm really used to working with a big size planner, so like all of my, um, I guess like the little, I don't know what they are, like screen markers off to the side. They're all off skew because, different size planner, different zooming in and out. Of course, the video editing software that I use now, it got updated. It's been that long since I've filmed, so like everything is brand new. So one of the things that I'd like to do is when I do add stickers and like my photos and that, sometimes I like to snuggie stickers over each other, so like it's layering. So like there's a lot of open space next to her body, so that's why I figured I'm just gonna put that little blob over there. But now I gotta try to figure out where I'm putting the treadmill at, because I do need to get back to running like I was too. I was doing so good. Like the whole year was going really well. We had a little blip in the summer just because work is really stressful in the summer. Made it back to the school year, and then it just went again, and I just never really recovered. So here's to enjoying our winter break and you know getting back to where we should be. So, like I said, I was doing so good. I mean, it is really nice when you get to see like actual results and like progress. So, I do have that kind of motivating me because, you know, um, thankfully I haven't lost like any of my strength yet. I feel like I've lost some brain cells, but, it's been tough. But I mean, I am actually kind of really looking forward to going back to a weekly planner. I think it's just going to be a lot easier. I did really like the daily planner. You could get a lot into the daily planner, but I think I don't know, like I've found myself like enjoying more activities now, so I don't really have that much time for journaling. So that's the whole reason for getting back into this weekly. I mean, I'm painting. I paint like up to 30 minutes to an hour every day. I'm working out, so that's an hour. Oh man, what else have I gotten into? It's just a lot of weird random things now. I'm trying to get back into Procreate. I do want to get back into making my own stickers. I'm thinking about opening up my Etsy shop. Right now it's just digital downloads. I did stop printing and shipping stickers just because my Cricut was having a moment. But I think I've figured out what the deal is, so I'm testing out different paper products and that right now. And after the struggle of trying to figure out like what planner to use this year, I'm really considering if I should try to make my own for next year. So I do have like really big goals coming up for this year, and that is one thing I did notice. I'm okay with using other planners. Like I've used Happy Planner. Again, I love Hemlock and Oak. It's really super gorgeous, and I just love the minimal design. But for some reason, whenever I get what I call a wild hair up my ass, of like, I'm about to do something big, I do gravitate towards the Passion Planner. I don't know why I've had the most success in my progress when I use it. I can't tell you why from looking at it, but there is something about it that does make me actually do the things. So hopefully hopefully switching back to a Passion Planner weekly does um help motivate me, because if I can make my own planner, guys, like whoo. I mean, that's how I ended up with my Etsy sticker shop in the first place. Like I said, I don't know. It makes me do things. So let's see here. Let's get these cute little pictures of Bert, and then I got me and Ray. That's my dad on the lawnmower. Which I did notice, like, I'm going back through the photos, which I think is what takes the longest for me, is because you start seeing all these other photos and you're just like, oh my god, I forgot all about these times. Um, all of, like, my really good pictures of my dad are him on a lawnmower. So that's where we get the picture of Bill. Bill was my dad. We work together, so we are on a first name basis. And of course, more pictures of Bert. Again, here's my dad on his lawnmower, and some of our coworkers. Um, we are maintenance custodians, so yeah, our big things are normally when something breaks, we help each other out and fix and repair items, including those at home. So, yeah, see, like, that's kind of the perks to the job. You have like your own maintenance crew. Call them over and just say the lawnmower's not starting, and then bam, maintenance people appear and, well, you get it fixed. Okay, so here's my quote. So again, I love layering. I just don't. I don't know. I don't find pages where it's just like one sticker lined up to the next. It's just boring to me. I like them where they're overlapping and um I don't know, just like, oh Lord, guys, this is I have like zero words. I have zero communication skills right now. Interacting with each other. There we go. Just lets it flow across the page. Um, I do like it whenever the photos do kind of like go over the edge of the page. I am going to trim those whenever we're done. I just like to make sure that the page, like everything looks correct to me before I start trimming. So let's see here. I'm going to lift this other one up and put it over. I could take a chunk of my head off there. That was Gettysburg. Gettysburg has some of the best fireworks for the 4th of July. Of course, we got some hockey games in there. um, Again, with the introspection page, I just like finding things that I have done. Like, I already have these things in my life. Um, I want more of these things. To me, this is a page that shows me like what I wake up for every day. Like, why do I do what I do? And it's for these things. Vision boards, which we are going to be making a vision board. To me, that's more of the things that you want, that you don't have already. So I don't know. Like, that's how I view the difference between the introspection page and the vision page. Um, I may be wrong. I don't know. It's just that's how I view it. Man, that gold foil is looking really good. Um, it looks like, I know it looks good in person, but normally it's something that's really difficult to get on video. It's eye popping right now in this video. Okay, so here's some of my printable stickers. Like I said, I was doing really good at the beginning of last year with them. And then my Cricut, which I did find out, uh, I bought one of the Cricut blades off of Temu. Um, some of the things you get on there are really, really good. They're like great finds. And then I found out that the Cricut blade on Temu is not the same as a actual Cricut blade. It was like ripping and tearing all of my stuff. And I won't sell a product if I think it's crap. So I did have to pull all of those off my Etsy shop, which was a little disappointing. Um, let's see here. This one right here, I need to pay off more credit card debt. If you've watched any of my budget videos, um, that is something that I definitely struggle with. I am getting better, but I mean, I can do better. I know I can definitely do better with it. Okay, so I don't want to take my dad's little foot. Like, I don't know why, but I like his little feet in that picture. So we'll put that there. I was making journal covers too. Those fit the Passion Planner dailies. So let's see here. Oh, I got a feeling I'm going to be moving a lot of this around. I'm trying my best to fit like most of these on here, but as you can see, like you start to run out of room. So I'm not gonna get all of these on here, but I mean, I'll keep them in a little envelope off to the side. I'm sure I could use them in my monthly reflections. So let's see here. Even though it's not my couch, but it does symbolize like one of my favorite moments. This is couch, blankie, candle, read a book. That's the nice safety me time. That's my plant room. That is one of the goals that I actually did achieve last year. It's not the room that I had intended for. I was not shooting for the entryway. I was shooting for the center room, but I tried with the center room and there's not enough light and all my plants were dying. So I moved them to the entryway slash coffee room. And yeah, those plants are growing like crazy. I've never been able to keep a plant alive in my life. And yeah, apparently brewing coffee near a plant just makes it go crazy. So yeah, no, I have thriving plants. So I did get my plant room slash new coffee bar. So, I mean, I can say that's something that I didn't have this time last year. So, planning does work. So, not the way that I intended, but it did actually appear. I still want to try to get the saving sticker on here, but I am not covering up those little kitty toes. I won't do it. Um, I don't know. Like again, it's gonna have to be something that goes in like one of my monthly reflections. Yeah, I can't think of how to twirl that thing around. How about this goals one, like money goals? Because I do have a lot of money goals. Guys, I got a lot of goals. This year, I'm shooting for more of prioritization. Focusing, like, yeah, I do have a lot of goals. I am going to work on them a little bit together. But I've learned the more that, like, if I put all of my focus onto one, I'm more likely to achieve it. So, we're shooting more for prioritization, which I really do think that's how this roadmap's gonna help me. Because like, yeah, I'm gonna look at the page and say, yes, I want to do this, this, and this, and this, but which one's gonna help me out the most right now? And that's the one that I'm just gonna go balls to the wall on. So let's see here. I think this is really all the more photos I can put on this thing. So let's go ahead and trim those edges. And you can see the roadmap is going to be going on to the next page. I think this is the most I've ever, like, done to, like, build a planner myself. I just, I don't know, like, I like just blank pages. I understand that they put, like, the directions on the pages for people who've never made them before, but it's just, I'm so tired of seeing, this is an introspection, this is what you do. It's like, just give me the blank page. Just let me make my own page. Okay, so we got the photos all trimmed out. And let's see here. We got to try to, let's see here. Maybe I could fill in some of the white spaces in here. This Find Your Balance book, it does have some like little plant leaves. And it does coordinate really well with the Modern Meow. I don't know if they just keep certain color palettes and just keep making sticker books with it. But yeah, let's try to add some of these to the page here. And again, I do just snuggie them under the photos. Let's see here. I think I need a little bit more pink on here. I don't really have a lot of pink, so let's try maybe in this area here. So there we go with that. Okay, I think that's enough of the leaves. I don't want to put too many leaves on this thing, and I think the only other thing they got in here is, yeah, it's like these like half circle quotes. Okay, let's go back to the modern meow, which I'm thinking of that little flower, that little gold foil flower up there. So yeah, let's put this. We'll put this by Bert Hugs. Half of the reason why I don't film is because Bert needs a hug. He's such a loving cat. Okay, let's see here. I kind of wish that they had like little paw prints in here. And you know, I never use these stickers. Can I add these in here? Like, would that be weird? I mean, I'm weird enough, so let's make my page weird. Okay, so let's see here. Friends coming over could be like hi. So let's see here. We got blue X's right above it. So let's go with this orange cat here. So this is, hi guys, help us out. Okay, what do we got? How about the fitness goals? That could be hooray, because you know I got money goals right beside it in the plant room. So you know, yeah. And what else do I got? I got so much fun. That could be going and traveling and hockey games, just chilling with Bert, so much fun. So I think that's enough there. I do have little cats, but I don't think I got enough room for them. So I think I'm just going to live with that white space down on the bottom corner. You know, I don't want to make it like too busy. I think that's good enough. Yeah. The fun part now, normally I don't pre-punch my pages before I decorate them, but I got so tired of trimming these things, so I used my Cricut to pre-cut them, and the template that I found already had the punches in it. And yeah, so let's see here. I feel a little bit more comfortable if I go ahead and cut the slits in these things. Maybe it will help me realign it back into the punch, and maybe that will give me a cleaner cut. So let's go ahead and trim these. Looks like my video's about to cut out again, guys, so the voiceover might get a little weird here. Alrighty guys, like I said, they're messing with my video editing software. I'm still getting used to it. My camera only records for a certain amount of minutes, and apparently I cannot do like one complete voiceover anymore. It's when the camera cuts out, we have to start again. That's what I get for taking such a long break. So, just finishing trimming these little slots here, and hopefully this helps me line this up into this punch. I think we're pretty good. So, oh, there we go. So, yeah, it actually worked. Okay, so no little punchy holes were harmed in the punching, and this is ready to go into the planner, guys. Again, I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to making the roadmap now. Alrighty, guys. I enjoyed a nice little break there, and it's time to get moving on with this roadmap here. Again, I'm just trying to incorporate everything into like the general setup, the general vibe of the planner in this video. So it is going to be a little bit longer than normal. I'm going to try to put some like chapter markers or something on here. Um, Probably want to save this video, then that way you can go back to it if you need to. I know I do. But this is going to be my roadmap, and you can see I even have a little reminder here that I'm including my bucket list on my roadmap. Again, I am incorporating two different planner styles into this. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Passion Planner roadmap, it's going to look something like this. They start out with that it's a wish list. Basically, you're supposed to imagine that if you could be anything, experience anything, or have anything, what would it be? And it starts out, the way that they have it set up is 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, and a lifetime. You could see I started working on mine. This was a week or two ago whenever I was playing around with the digital version. It's literally everything and anything that if you can think it and you think you want it, you put it on here, because this is where we're going to start pulling our goals from. If you remember with that little side note, I mentioned a bucket list. That is from the Hemlock and Oak. And again, I'm using the printable version from last year. This is the actual Hemlock and Oak weekly. So I'll be setting this up for my budgeting probably next week. But to get a look at the bucket list that I was referring to, if I could find it in this giant thing. Yeah, big size planner. It's a big difference. They have a page specifically set out for the bucket list. So I guess this is kind of like their roadmap. But then again, this is near future. So they're thinking like this year, what do you want to do this year? And like I wrote down some fun things that I've done in the past, and it's like, you know what, it would be really cool if I could do some of these things this year. Literally last year, like I said, was a bust. I got to visit the pumpkin patch, so I got one of the 5. Last year, not that much of a hot year, you know. Hopefully this year's better. That's all I got to say. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm going with for this page. But like I said, I don't need all of the instructions in that. I pretty much knew what I'm doing. When I do make mine in a Passion Planner, which actually, yes, I do. I thought I pulled that out. When I do make mine in a Passion Planner, which this is the Passion Planner Weekly. Oh, this one I actually followed. This is my very first one, so I did need all the instructions. So, like I said, you do the 3 months to 1 year, 3 year, and lifetime, and it's like, okay, what do you want to do? Where do you want to be at? And then what it's going to do is you start with your first game changer goal. I'm going to do mine per month, but you pull the goal from here, since 3 months is the shortest time. I would look at this and say, okay, I want to go back into teaching, I want to get fit and healthy, and I want to restart my blog. Which of these 3 is the most impactful of my on my life at this moment? At this time, it was going back into education. So, and then you just break it down even more. So it's taking larger goals. You're selecting and focusing on one, and then you're going to break that down into smaller tasks. And then this way, it's easier to achieve the goals instead of just saying, hey, I want to get back into education. And it's like, okay, how? Like, well, what do I need to do this? So, that's the whole, like, I feel like that's the backbone of the Passion Planner. And don't get me wrong, I really liked the the hemlock and oak. It's hemlock and oak seems to be like a little bit more freestyle, but yeah, Passion Planner really does make you think about what you're doing. So, a lot of you know that even though I do like to talk to you, when I am in creating mode, I do not like to talk. So, I'm gonna do a pause in the video so that I can create this, and then I'll come back on and just do like a quick voiceover just to explain to you like what my process was, what I was thinking, and why I did what I did. So, again, sorry for so many pauses, but we gotta create. Alrighty, so making the roadmap actually doesn't take that much time. It's quite simple. I do use a micron size 1. It just gives me that nice, crisp, really thin line for my writing. I do kind of like take the general things from my introspection and say, okay, these things really matter in my life. And I kind of draw my goals out from those. So that's what you're seeing on the notes page there off to the side. But let's get building this roadmap. And again, there's nothing wrong with printing it out. I just have a difficult time trying to resize the thing for a classic planner. And I mean, like I said, I don't really want all that extra writing on mine. So let's just count these little squares here and try to even it up. I've pretty much given up on perfection a couple years back, so at least it helps speed things up now. So what I'm sticking with is I'm going with 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, and lifetime, which I gotta think about how I want to write this lifetime here. So I feel like these are pretty good mile markers for me. It gives me that like halfway check-in for the year and then what I want at the end of the year. And I feel like 10 years is a good enough time and, well, of course, lifetime. Um, I do change to a size 5 micron when I am drawing these lines coming from the You Got This. So I switch out the You Got This from the wish list, which is what the Passion Planner uses. Hemlock and Oak goes with bucket list. So it's just, I don't know, to me it's a little bit more aesthetically eye pleasing. Same concept, it just, I don't know, to me it helps make the page look just better. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the 6 months. So in 6 months, so that's by July, I want dot dot dot. And the items that I selected for this January to July is to bring back printed items to my shop. Again, I kind of let those go and I do want to bring those back. I do really need to donate and sell all my unwanted items. I have a lot of clothes that I don't wear anymore, and I'm trying to put them on eBay, and that is just like a nightmare. But whatever, they need to go. Um, I do still want to update the bathroom, be able to do 50 push ups. Don't ask, it's kind of like one of those weird things. Once I learned how to do one, now I can't stop. I think I could do 50. I really do. I think I can. Okay, so by December, so in 1 year, I want to design my own planner. I really think I could do it, guys. I think I can. I think I've been using planners long enough now that I can come up with one. Read 50 books. Replace the Jeep. Yes, I'm still trying to replace the Jeep. And of course, visit the pumpkin patch. So The pumpkin patch isn't really included in the 6 months because I'm not going to the pumpkin patch by July. So within the year, yeah, I'm going back to the pumpkin patch. That is my birthday special. Oh, 50 books. I forgot to put the 50 books in here, which I've already done. So yeah, I already know that that is a decent goal that I can pretty much achieve. Um, Oh, I forgot to watch a local game, which, okay, this is the one thing that I do not like about mind maps, but then again, maybe it's because I'm using classic size instead of like a large letter size. But I mean, they have playoff games in April, so watch a local game I could put on here. Um, okay, moving on. That gets us to the 10 years. So by 2035, I already own my own little shop, but I'm trying to move everything over to Shopify, so I want to own a business. Um, I really do need to have all my debt paid. Again, getting my shop up and running, and that gives me the extra funds to pay off my debts. So that's how those two are kind of intertwined there. Um, let's see here. Enjoy more family vacations. Which I do have a lot of room underneath that, so I might put like the locations under it. Own a home. Still trying to do that, but hey, I just keep trying. Every year I try. One year I'm gonna get it, guys. Um, Okay, so in the lifetime here, this is where I'm going to be a little bit more specific, is that I want to own a specific, like a successful business. Sorry about that. Again, this is why I talk after I create. It's one thing to own a business, it's another thing to own a successful business. One that I can retire on. That would be nice. Maybe hand down to Ray. I do want to visit every state. I think that would be really cool. Live out my final years in my own home. Again, that's that motivation of getting a home in the first place. Because yeah, I think it would just be really cool just to live out your last years in your own home, not have to deal with anybody else. Have mobility and strength when I'm elderly. Again, this is going back to that year where I was really, really sick. I did lose my strength and I did lose my mobility, and it's not fun. So the next time where I'm like, oh, I really don't feel like doing a workout, why am I doing this? Yeah, I could read that right there, and it's like, yeah, that's why we're pushing the weights around. Um, and of course, help Ray live a successful life. Again, that's one of those moments where I'm tired of being around him, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And it's because I want you to be a successful human. It's what we do for our children. Um, even though he is 20 some years old. And here's some of those locations that I was talking about. So, yeah, I do want to visit Tank World. I think it would be really cool to drive around and shoot a tank. That'd be awesome. And, of course, visit the Hockey Hall of Fame. That's one of my big ones. Again, just waiting for what I hate to say, right moment, because there never really is a right moment, but I'm just waiting until things kind of calm down. We have the funds, we have the time, that type of thing. But I've been wanting to do that for, it's been like 10 years now. So I think I'm due. Um, Here's this lovely pen test, which I need to do, but I guess I should probably update my markers before I do one. So I'm going to use an old one. And trying to color match colors from the wellness sticker book has been a struggle for me for years. Um, they're very unique. So I'm going to start with this. This is more of like a coral, but I don't know, maybe like a mild liner red. There's the smoke blue. I'm going to go with that darker shade there. I can never get that blue green. The blue green mild liner to me is just, it's too bright. So there's red for the coral for now. Okay, so I need that purple. I think probably periwinkle from the Passion highlighters, which I definitely need to get a new set. I basically used and abused mine last year. So periwinkle I know still works. Um, I do have that lighter shade of pink, which I know the rose marker would definitely match that. But he is like well loved. He is not even gently loved. That poor rose marker. I basically killed that thing in the springtime. But we only got a couple lines to do on this, so I think it will make it through. Um, let's see here. I'm going to use the letters in this "you got this" phrase. So since the light pink is the S, I'm going to make my by July. That's going to be rose. And as you can see, it's very faint. Um, let's see. I did switch to vintage coral for that. This one's going to be my periwinkle. And that leaves smoke blue up here. Like I said, that blue-green color has always been the most difficult for me to match. I wish somebody, mild liner, passion highlighters, anybody who's listening, like, please give me that blue-green where it's not like a super bright fluorescent color. It's kind of like a little bit muted, a little pastel. And I'm even going to highlight the lines that go with them. It's almost like kind of making like little firecrackers. I don't know. That's what I picture whenever I'm making these mind maps. It's just little tiny firecrackers. Okay, let's see here. Back to the coral for the 10-year goals. It just adds that little bit of a subtle color to the page. Nothing too drastic. As you've seen in like previous years, I've doodled them out. This year, I'm not really feeling the need to doodle. I am going to create like little checkboxes next to them because, I mean, you never know. Maybe Ray's going to surprise me with a trip to Tank World this year. So I got to be able to check off that we went. That'd be really cool, Ray. If you're watching, I want to go to Tank World. Um, I do. I just want to drive a Sherman tank and like use it to shoot something. it's what it's what I want to do. Yeah, life goals, right? Okay, so everybody has little check boxes. I was thinking about going through and like getting like little doodle stickers and that, but guys, I'm feeling simplicity this year. I did a lot of doodling, a lot of artistic work in last year's planner. That's my hemlock and oak setup. I do have all those films, so if you're more into that style, feel free to head back and check out last year's setup. This year we're going with more of a simplified version, and like I said, this is going to be this year's vision board. Um, what you're supposed to do is take your goals and match those goals with photos so that you could vision your future. Um, what I want to do, if I can center this line here, um, is as I achieve these things, I'm going to document it with a photo. So I'm going to create this year's vision board. So if I want to look back and see what did you do this year all on one page, this is going to be it. It's going to be like a 2025 collage. So I gently mark things with pencil. I'm not quite sure if you can see that on film, but I just kind of made like 4 quadrants. And let me get some of my sticky notes. And I'm just gonna put these here just as a channel reminder for myself, just in case if I do come back to this page and go, Sally, what the hell were you doing? This way I kind of have a nice little reminder of what I'm doing. So each of these little quadrants here are gonna be my quarters. So January, February, March is going to be in that top left one. April, May, June's going to be in the next one. I mean, you get the idea. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. And that way I'm going to kind of get to see my year in a glance. So unfortunately, this page cannot be completed. until I actually do things. So maybe that's my motivation for completing this page. I do kind of want like a fun quote in the center, something like my story, my year 2025. I might even have to write it in, but yeah, I'm not seeing nothing that's like popping out to me, and it's like, yeah, this is the quote you want in the center. Um, I'm sure I'll find it. I mean, I got 300, what was it, 365 days to find this quote. If I can't find it by then, it doesn't exist. Maybe I'll just make it my own. Maybe it will be one of my stickers in my shop. Um, Again, that's something that, which I guess I didn't write on my thing, huh? I didn't even put it on my roadmap. But I mean, I guess that's bring back printed items to my shop. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste time looking for this thing. But here's just a example here. So okay, so like enjoy more family vacations, even though ballpark isn't one of them. Maybe we go in quarter 3. So I would just take a photo, make a sticky, put it there. Here's that updating the bathroom. So maybe I don't get that, until quarter 2. Maybe I actually keep a rose alive, relaxing with Bert. Um, Basically, it's the things on this roadmap that I'm going to achieve for this year. And then again, like that way, I got like a nice little vision board of what this year happened. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. And again, I just want to close out by saying thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it.